What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. The next build up is Nikola Jokic, but before we get started, of course, don't forget to follow the kick. I will be live streaming as soon as the game comes out. I will be doing 24-hour streams, all that I need people to run with. Come follow me over at Kick. It's on the top of your screen, kick.com/Kenzo. Also, Kick has no ads, so if you guys hate streams that have a ton of ads in them, don't worry, Kick has 0, so you can just watch the stream without getting interrupted. Give me a follow over there. It'll mean the world to me. Thank you so much. Also, shout out to 2K for allowing me early access to the game, flying me out to Community Day, getting my hands on the builder early. Again, this is a work in progress build, as you guys can see on the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. So keep that in mind as we move forward. Things can change. It is possible that this stuff can change. So let's continue. So we got Nikola Jokic. Now, the idea of this Jokic build, I want, to be able to space the floor, of course. Let's pause this. I want to be able to space the floor, of course. I want to be able to have good post control, be able to finish in the post. I want to be able to pass the ball, and I want solid rebounding and good strength. So what we're going to do for this build, as you guys can see right here what the close shots are, we have a 92 rating. The 92 rating will help us finish, drop steps, will help us post hook and all that different type of stuff tied in with this 89 mid-range shot, which can get upgraded, by the way. This can get upgraded up some more with cap breakers. Now, we do have 81 standing dunk as well on this build, so just in case we find ourselves underneath the rim, we can go up with that standing dunk. It's nothing dominant. It's not that 90 rating for the gold rise up, but you do get it on silver. And if 90 is something that you've wanted on your Jokic build, I'm pretty sure you can move some stats around and get it if you guys wanted that 90 rating on your Jokic build. But let's continue. We got an 85 three-pointer alongside that, so we will be able to space the floor effectively. Good free throw, just in case we do get fouled in the post, because, you have to jump to guard a post fade or a post hook. You're going to have to jump, and if I catch you jumping, I'm gonna draw that foul. That simple. I'm going to the line. Now, 93 pass act. Now, I believe I lowered this to 92. I can't remember, but let's continue. That's what I have so far on the build. Now, when you look at the defense, I know the defense isn't anything crazy, but again, this is a Jokic build. I'm more so trying to play hands up defense with this build, and that's really what I'm trying to go after. So you could specialize into defense, by the way. If you really wanted to, you could definitely specialize into defense to get this bronze paint patroller to a gold rating, and that'll help you play defense much better. And then you can also, max +1 or whatever you want to do to this post lockdown, so you can add more defense into your abilities as well, if that's something you want to do. Again, the specialization on this build specifically, I don't think there's a mandatory one. You could really just choose whatever you like. In my honest opinion, just choose whatever you like. So if you want to go finishing, do that. If you guys want more, badges associated with close shot, maybe you want hook specialist on legend. Maybe that's something that you guys want. Go for it. Whatever you see fit on this build right here. I don't have a recommended specialization. Just do whatever you want. So let's continue. Now, I got to get my strength up. So here we go. I'm wanting to get that strength to a 91. As you guys can see, I got that defensive rebound up. Now I have it at a 94. I want that 96 rating. So I'm going to have to up my weight a little bit more. But what that's going to do, as you guys can see, is going to lower my speed. So of course, Jokic is not the fastest guy in the world, so we're not going to invest too much in speed and agility, but we are going to have it to a point where it's somewhat respectable. Like, we got to be able to move on the court. So I'm not going to just keep it at 25 or anything crazy like that. But yeah, we know Jokic's not the most athletic guy in the world, so the speed isn't going to be like super like maxed out on the build. So 60 is cool. And then we're going to eventually settle for a round of 40-ish agility, a high 40 agility. So we're going to come back to that. We got to make some adjustments though. So as you guys can see, we're making adjustments here, trying to figure out, okay, what can we take off? What can we keep on? And as we continue here, you see I'm slowly pushing that agility up, lowering the free throw, pushing that agility up. You know what I'm saying? Went down to, 84, trying to find ways to, push into it. And I believe this is what I come with. Yeah, this is what I come up with right here, guys. So all in all, I want to just go ahead and break this down on why I did certain things, so you guys can understand. If you want to switch things, I'll let you know what you can switch. So this vertical, I went 75 vertical just because I feel like last year, well, for me personally, last year, I had a 70 vertical on my Jokic build, and I somewhat struggled to rebound even with high ratings. So I felt like 75 was that sweet spot to where I could still compete and jump up with boards against people with similar rebound rating than me, because the 75 just helps you jump up higher just to secure that board. And of course, just having high rebound is not good enough, because if you don't have that vertical tied in, you're going to struggle a little bit. So I made sure I went and got that. Now, the speed, I mean, if this is concerning for you, again, you can definitely switch things around. Like, if you don't need all this interior defense, then please go for it, take it off. You don't necessarily need it. So if you want to take it off, go right ahead. But me, on my Jokic build, I like to play hands up defense. I don't like to jump too much at things. So that's why I have it higher, just so I can get that post lockdown, so I can guard other post players. Because I feel like post moves are going to be back this year, and you're going to need some level of post lockdown to at least attempt to shut it down. So, you know, with the whole post go-to shots and, you know, just post overall getting better, I think this badge is going to be necessary. That's why I went a little bit higher. Now, I don't know how it actually is in game. So in the future, this may be something that we can lower. We don't know until we get our hands on it and see really how strong the post is and how we can guard it. And if we don't need post lockdown to guard the post, then shoot, we don't need it. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, that's why I put it 82 just to be safe. 91 strength, this can be cap broken to a 96 strength to get you the associated strength badges like brick wall. Brick wall, you could just space the floor. You could be a popper. You could roll to the basket. You got a little bit of dunk to roll to the basket. It's not the craziest. 60 dunk is bare minimum, I would say, to run the pick and roll with. It's not the most consistent thing, so be careful. Try to pump fake if you are unsure with this 60 rating, because the worst thing is going up for a dunk and someone's paint patroller making you just blow a wide open, or not a slightly contested dunk. You see what I'm saying? That's the worst, when they're just in the area and it makes you miss. Because this will miss if someone's like, if you're going up against like a legend paint patroller build, they might make you miss. So just be careful. Pump fake if you need to. Instead of using this driving dunk on the pick and roll, try to use this close shot or the standing dunk. It'll help you much more. Try to go for that pump fake, then go up. So moving on, I went with 60 perimeter. Again, I learned my lesson last year going low perimeter. I used to go literally the minimum perimeter that you could go on a big man, because I'm thinking, okay, I'm 7 foot. I could just hold my hands up. I'll get a decent contest. No, they'll still be able to shoot over you. That's why at least I like to go 60 just in case, because if I'm there, at least it'll register a contest. The shot just won't say open. That's what I want to avoid. I want to avoid me being right underneath somebody and the shot saying open. I hate that. Even if I'm taller than the guy I'm guarding, sometimes they could just shoot over you, like at least 25, at least in 2K25, they could just shoot over you knowing that you have a low perimeter and knowing that their shot would say open, and they will have that green window there. So hopefully this gives me, I don't care if it's just a very slight, I don't care if it's a 15% contest, 17, 20% contest. I just need something. You see what I'm saying? That's why I went with this 60 perimeter. Now, no steal on the build. Again, you can move things around if you like steal on your center builds or if you prefer it. Again, be my guest. You can lower pass act, because I'm pretty sure you can get away with like a mid 80 pass act if you really want to be a passer at the center position. I'm pretty sure you can get away with that. But I just wanted, the dimer badges associated with all this just to help my team out, boost their green window. Now that there's no RNG in the game, I'm thinking dimer is gonna really help your teammates be that much more of a consistent shooter, because once they just get that green window, it's definitely going to be in. It's green 100% of the time. There's no RNG with it. There's no greening a shot and then the game saying, okay, no, you're not greening it today. So yeah, just anything to boost my teammates' green window, I'm all for it. So that's why I want that Hall of Fame dimer, which will be legend when I max +1 it. So I'll be giving my teammates the maximum boost. Now, mid-range shot, this will be cap broken, so I can get the higher badges associated with the mid-range. And then honestly, I don't know if I need to even touch my 3-point shot. 85 seems pretty good to me. So this might be something that we could just leave alone. Now, depending on how many cap breakers we get, we can make changes to this build. We can lower things, we can raise things. We could possibly even lower, close shot more. If we get more cap breakers, depending on how many cap breakers is available to us, we can make this build even better. We can, go higher speed, go higher agility. Hell, we can even go higher layup if need be. Because sometimes, sometimes on a pick and roll, sometimes it makes you go with a layup. So you never know. So that's just some things that you need to look out for with this build. Again, use this build as a template. If you like it, you can make adjustments to it. switch it to your liking on your play style and how you like to run 2K or play 2K in your way. So yeah, this is just a template. It's not nothing set in stone here. So the build is going to come out once I'm just going through the badges here. The build is going to come out as Jokic Shades, a triple-double threat. So let's go ahead and break down the strengths and stuff like that. Calm, patient post presence, fine shooters in the paint, incredible touch around the rim, elite defensive rebounder, but you have limited side-to-side movement. So again, once we understand how many cap breakers we have, once we understand maybe like 88 pass is all you really need to be effective in the game. If we know that, maybe we can make some, we can make some adjustments and things like that. So I'm just going to talk about it. So hopefully, like, this is one of my center builds. The Nikola Jokic build is always one of my favorite, like, center builds to run in 2K games, because you can pretty much do it all, but it really just comes down to positioning and understanding where you are on the court, because you're not the fastest. You see here, I'm bricking everything. I'm just trying to, right here, I was testing out. This was one of my earlier builds, and I was wanting to test out because I was trying to figure out rhythm shooting in this gameplay. It was like one of my first times running into the my court, and I was like, okay, I can really consistently green just by doing the tempo. And that's when I learned that all you have to do is green the tempo in here. That's why you saw me shooting those early. So I was just trying to green it early. But yeah, man, this is one of those builds, bro. I think this is one of those builds. And honestly, I think Nikola Jokic's jump shot, just running his jumper, I was using it in my team and it is automatic. Like, I think that might be the go-to big man jumper. It was super easy to time. It was just super fluid, especially with rhythm shooting. And honestly, all the people that I ran against in community day in my team, everybody was using Jokic. Nobody was missing. If you left Jokic open with his jumper, he was knocking everything down. So I think that's going to be one of my go-to shots for my big men in this game. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to wrap things up here. Like, comment, subscribe, guys. Don't forget to follow the kick. I will be doing 24-hour stream on the day of launch. Definitely be there. And we need people to run with. So definitely join up on me, man. Please. It'll mean the world to me if you follow me over at Kick. Thank you again, guys. And I'll see you guys on the next build video. Peace.